chosen ones. This love story is going to shock the entire world. This is not an ordinary story, and if you feel something pulling your heart right now, you must stay, because what is about to unfold carries a blessing that many have waited lifetimes to understand, and missing even a moment could cause you to overlook a divine shift that is already beginning to surround your life with quiet miracles and unseen protection. This love story is not about human timing or simple emotions, because it is a sacred connection designed by God Himself, carefully written before you ever took your first breath, and it is now moving toward you with a power that will leave people speechless and hearts awakened. Type 999 if you believe. There is a reason your spirit feels stirred in this very moment, because heaven has already whispered your name in rooms you have never seen, and something greater than coincidence is aligning paths, softening hearts, and preparing a union that carries both healing and purpose beyond what words can fully explain. You have walked through seasons where love felt distant, where silence replaced comfort, and where your heart quietly wondered if something real was still meant for you, yet God was not absent during those moments, because He was shaping you, strengthening you, and protecting you from connections that could never carry the depth your soul was created to experience. This love story will not arrive as confusion or fear, because it will carry peace, clarity, and a gentle certainty that settles deep within your spirit like a calm river that cannot be shaken by outside noise. If this is touching your heart, take a moment to like this video, because it helps this message reach others who are waiting for the same kind of divine reassurance and quiet hope that is beginning to rise within you right now. There is someone whose path is being guided toward yours with precision, and even though you may not see them yet, God has already been working within their life, teaching them lessons, healing their wounds, and preparing their heart so that when your lives meet, it will not be by accident, but by divine appointment that carries a sense of recognition deeper than anything you have ever known. This connection will not be rushed or forced, because it is being built on a foundation that cannot be broken by temporary emotions or outside pressure, and when it begins to unfold, it will feel like something that was always meant to be, even when you did not understand it before. The world may not understand this love when it appears, because it will not follow the patterns people expect or the timelines they are used to, yet that is exactly why it will shock them, because it will reveal the power of God's design over human expectations, and it will stand as a testimony that what is meant by Him cannot be delayed, denied, or destroyed by anything on this earth. People will look at your story and wonder how such a connection could form so naturally, so peacefully, and so powerfully. But they will not see the quiet work God has been doing behind the scenes, the prayers that were whispered in silence, and the strength that was built through every tear you held back. You are not stepping into something ordinary, because this love carries purpose, and it will not only fill your heart with warmth, but it will also awaken something greater within you, something that begins to heal places you thought would always remain broken, and something that reminds you that you were never forgotten, even in your loneliest moments. This is a connection where both hearts will grow, where both lives will be lifted, and where both spirits will walk in alignment with something far greater than personal desire, because it is rooted in divine intention that cannot be shaken. There were times when you thought you had missed your chance, when you believed that maybe love like this was not meant for you, but God was never working on your timeline, because He was preparing something that required patience, maturity, and a depth that could only be built through the experiences you have already walked through. Nothing you have been through was wasted, because every moment has been shaping you into someone who can receive and sustain the kind of love that is now drawing closer to you with quiet certainty. Type 2020 if you trust in God. This love will not confuse you, because it will feel like peace, and it will not drain you, because it will feel like renewal, and it will not break you, because it will feel like restoration flowing gently into every part of your life that once felt empty or uncertain. You will not need to question its authenticity, because your spirit will recognize it immediately, and there will be a calm assurance that settles within you, reminding you that this is what you were always meant to experience. As this story unfolds, it will not only change your life, but it will also inspire others who have lost hope, because they will see in you a reflection of what is possible when God leads, and they will begin to believe again that something real, something pure, and something deeply meaningful can still exist in a world that often feels rushed and disconnected. This is more than a relationship, because it is a testimony of God's love expressed through two lives coming together in perfect timing, and it will carry a beauty that cannot be explained, only felt and lived. God is not working loudly in this season, because this kind of love does not need noise or display. It grows in stillness, it strengthens in silence, and it reveals itself at the exact moment when everything is ready to receive it without fear or confusion. You are being led into something that will not shake your peace, because it will be built on it, and that is how you will know it is real. What if wealth was never about chance, but about a hidden brain signal that stayed buried in classified records? This powerful frequency is now opening doors, attracting fresh opportunities, and transforming lives quickly. Thousands are already using it to bring prosperity into their lives in ways they never imagined possible. Click the link in the description and comments now, and turn on the money-attracting brainwave today. There were times when your heart felt tired, when you gave your energy to connections that could not return what you offered, and when you slowly learned that not every love that begins is meant to stay. Yet none of those moments were wasted, because they were shaping your understanding, protecting your future, and guiding you away from what could never hold the depth that God was preparing for you. Every disappointment carried a hidden protection, every delay carried a hidden purpose, and every ending was quietly making space for something that would not walk away from you when things became difficult. This love that is coming into your life will not ask you to become someone else, because it will honor who you are, it will see you clearly, and it will embrace your truth without judgment or confusion, and that alone will feel like a kind of peace you have never experienced before. There will be a natural understanding between you, a quiet connection that does not need constant explanation, because it flows from a place that God Himself has designed to be steady, secure, and full of gentle strength. You will feel safe in ways you have never felt before, and that safety will allow your heart to open without fear of being hurt again. The person being guided toward you is also walking through their own journey of healing and preparation, and just like you, they have faced moments where they wondered if something real was still possible. Yet God has been working in their life just as carefully, teaching them patience, strengthening their faith, and helping them understand the kind of love that lasts beyond temporary feelings. When your paths finally meet, it will not feel rushed or uncertain, because both of you will be ready to receive what has been prepared with such care. Type yes to affirm. There will be a moment when everything begins to make sense, when you look back at your journey and realize that every step, every delay, and every unexpected turn was leading you directly to this connection. And that realization will fill your heart with a deep sense of gratitude that cannot be explained, only felt. You will see how God was protecting you from what you thought you wanted, because He knew what you truly needed, and that understanding will bring a peace that stays with you even when life around you continues to change. This love will not be based on conditions or temporary emotions, because it will grow from a place of truth, respect, and a shared understanding that goes deeper than words, and that is why it will stand strong even when challenges appear, because it is not built on fragile foundations. It will teach you what it means to walk together, to support one another, and to grow side by side without losing the essence of who you are as individuals created by God with purpose and intention. People around you may not understand this connection because they will see something different, something that does not follow the patterns they are familiar with. Yet that difference is exactly what makes it so powerful, because it is not shaped by human expectations, it is shaped by divine design. This is the kind of love that quietly proves that God's way is always greater than anything the world tries to define or limit, and it will stand as a living testimony that what is meant for you cannot be taken away or replaced by anything lesser. You will begin to notice small signs, moments that feel too meaningful to ignore, and gentle confirmations that remind you that something beautiful is unfolding, even when you cannot yet see the full picture, and those moments will strengthen your faith in ways you did not expect. Trust what you feel within your spirit, because it is guiding you towards something that has already been prepared with care, patience, and divine intention that cannot fail. There is no need to rush ahead or try to control what is happening, because everything is moving exactly as it should, and every moment of waiting is serving a purpose that will become clear at the right time. God is not delaying this love, He is perfecting it, and that perfection requires time, alignment, and a readiness that cannot be forced or hurried by human desire. You are being led into a season where your heart will finally feel understood, where your presence will be valued, and where your love will be received with the same depth and sincerity that you have always carried within you. This is not something temporary, because it carries a sense of permanence that cannot be shaken by circumstances, and that is why it feels different from anything you have experienced before. Type 2020 to claim miracles. As this connection grows, it will begin to change not only your life, but also the way you see yourself, because you will start to recognize your worth in a deeper way, and you will understand that you were never too much or not enough. You were simply waiting for something that could truly see you as you are. This realization will bring a quiet confidence that does not need approval from others, because it is rooted in the truth that God has always known about you. There will be moments of joy that feel pure and effortless, moments where you realize that love does not have to be complicated to be real, and that simplicity will become one of the most beautiful parts of this connection, because it will allow you to be present, to feel fully, and to appreciate what is unfolding without fear of losing it. You will learn that real love brings peace, not chaos, and that it strengthens you instead of draining you. This story is still unfolding, and what you are feeling now is only the beginning of something that will continue to grow, deepen, and reveal itself in ways that will leave you in quiet awe of how perfectly everything has come together. Stay open, stay patient, and continue to trust the process, because what is meant for you is already moving toward you with certainty, guided by a love that cannot be shaken or undone. This calm is not empty, it is full of quiet assurance, and it is guiding you step by step into a love that has already been written with care long before you ever imagined it could become real. Inside your mind is a small region connected to achievement and abundance, once concealed within restricted research and classified documents. This newly disclosed frequency is helping people replace financial pressure with calm and balance, and God has guided you to encounter this at just the right time. Click the link in the description and comments to activate this hidden brainwave now. You may begin to notice that your heart is no longer chasing what it once desired, because something within you has shifted, and that shift is not confusion, it is clarity, it is growth, and it is the result of God refining your understanding of what love truly means. What once seemed attractive may now feel distant, and what once seemed uncertain may now feel clear, and this change is preparing you to recognize the difference between what looks good on the surface and what is deeply right for your soul. This love story will not begin with noise or sudden intensity, because it will rise like a gentle sunrise, steady and warm, filling your life with light in a way that feels natural and undeniable. And as it grows, it will reveal itself in layers, each one bringing more understanding, more connection, and more peace than the last. You will not feel rushed into it, and you will not feel pressured to prove anything, because everything will flow with a quiet rhythm that matches the pace God has set for both of your lives. There is something powerful about a connection that is built slowly, because it allows trust to grow strong, it allows understanding to deepen, and it creates a foundation that cannot be shaken by temporary emotions or outside influences, and this is exactly the kind of love that is being prepared for you. It will not depend on perfect circumstances, because it will carry its own strength, and it will not fade when things become challenging, because it is rooted in something far greater than surface-level feelings. Type 1212 if you walk by faith. As you continue moving forward, you will begin to feel a sense of alignment in your life that was not there before, and this alignment will show itself in small but meaningful ways, through moments of clarity, through unexpected peace, and through a growing confidence that you are exactly where you need to be. You will no longer feel like you are forcing things to happen, because everything will begin to unfold naturally, as if it has always been meant to come together in this exact way. The person who is being brought into your life will recognize this same peace, and when your paths finally cross, there will be a quiet understanding that does not need to be explained, because both of you will feel it at the same time, a sense of familiarity that goes beyond logic, a connection that feels both new and deeply known. This is not something that can be created by effort. It is something that is revealed when the timing is right and when both hearts are ready to receive it. There will be a deep respect between you, a mutual care that is not based on conditions or expectations, but on a genuine desire to support, uplift, and grow together, and this respect will become one of the strongest parts of your connection, because it will create a space where both of you can be fully yourselves, without fear of being misunderstood or rejected. This is the kind of love that allows you to breathe freely, because it does not try to control or change who you are. You are not being led into something temporary, because what is being prepared for you carries a sense of permanence that cannot be easily shaken. And even when challenges appear, as they do in every life, this connection will not fall apart, because it will be built on a foundation that has already been strengthened through patience, growth, and divine guidance. You will learn that real love does not avoid difficulties, it grows through them, and it becomes stronger because of them. Type 1919 to receive miracles. There will be moments when you look at this connection and feel a quiet sense of wonder, not because it is dramatic or overwhelming, but because it is steady, peaceful, and deeply fulfilling in a way that you may not have experienced before, and that simplicity will become one of its greatest strengths. You will begin to understand that love does not need to be complicated to be meaningful, and that true connection brings a sense of rest rather than confusion. This love will also begin to change the way you see the world around you, because when your heart is at peace, everything else begins to feel different, and you will find yourself noticing beauty in places you once overlooked, feeling gratitude in moments that once felt ordinary, and carrying a quiet joy that does not depend on external circumstances. This transformation is not accidental. It is the result of being connected to something that is rooted in God's presence and guided by His purpose. There will be a deep sense of security that grows within you, not because everything is perfect, but because you will know that you are no longer walking alone, and that knowledge will bring a comfort that stays with you even in uncertain moments. You will feel supported, understood, and valued in a way that allows you to relax into the connection without fear of losing it, because it will not be built on fragile ground. This journey is not only about love between two people, it is also about your relationship with God growing stronger, because as you experience this connection, you will see more clearly how He has been guiding you, protecting you, and leading you towards something that reflects His care and intention for your life. This understanding will deepen your faith, and it will remind you that you have never been forgotten, even in the moments when you felt unseen. Everything that is unfolding is happening with purpose, and even the parts you do not yet understand are working together in ways that will become clear when the time is right. And when you finally see the full picture, you will realize that nothing was random, nothing was wasted, and nothing was out of place. Every step has been leading you here, and every moment has been preparing you for what is now beginning to take shape. Stay present in this season, because what is growing in your life is not something that needs to be rushed, and it is not something that can be forced. It is something that is unfolding exactly as it should, guided by a love that is steady, patient, and deeply intentional. Trust this process, because it is leading you into something that will not only fill your heart, but also strengthen your spirit in ways that will last far beyond this moment. A little-known 7-second morning habit that was once confined to CIA documents is now resurfacing in public view, and people are already noticing rapid financial improvements. It only takes a few seconds to do, yet it activates a dormant wealth center in the brain that most individuals never tap into. Click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it disappears. This is still only the beginning, and what lies ahead will continue to reveal itself with a beauty that feels both surprising and familiar at the same time, because it has always been meant for you, and it has always been moving toward you, even when you could not see it. You may notice that your thoughts are becoming quieter, that the worries which once filled your mind are slowly losing their hold, and that a sense of trust is replacing the need to understand every detail. And this shift is not accidental. It is a sign that you are aligning with something that is being guided beyond what your eyes can see. God is not asking you to figure everything out, because He is leading you into a place where trust becomes stronger than fear, and where peace becomes your foundation instead of uncertainty. There will be a moment when this connection becomes clear in a way that cannot be denied, and it will not feel overwhelming or confusing. It will feel calm, steady, and deeply right, as if your spirit has been waiting for this recognition all along. You will not need to question whether it is real, because everything about it will carry a quiet truth that settles within you and removes the doubts you once carried. Type 666 if you trust Jesus. This love will meet you in your real life, not in a distant dream, and it will blend into your daily moments in a way that feels natural and comforting, and you will begin to see how something so powerful can also be so simple at the same time. It will show itself in small acts of care, in words that carry sincerity, and in a presence that feels consistent and reliable, and those small things will become the foundation of something truly meaningful. You will feel seen in ways that go beyond the surface, because this connection will recognize the parts of you that others may have overlooked, and it will value them, protect them, and honor them without hesitation. This kind of understanding will bring a deep sense of relief to your heart, because it will remind you that you never needed to hide who you are to be loved. You simply needed to be met by someone who could truly see you. There will be a natural balance between you, a harmony that allows both of you to grow without losing yourselves, and this balance will create a connection that feels steady rather than overwhelming, and supportive rather than demanding. You will learn that love does not need to take away your freedom to be real. It should give you the space to become more of who you are meant to be. Type 2323 if you agree. As this love continues to unfold, it will begin to touch other areas of your life as well, bringing clarity where there was confusion, bringing strength where there was weakness, and bringing light into places that once felt heavy or uncertain. You will find yourself making decisions with more confidence, moving forward with more peace, and carrying a sense of purpose that feels stronger than before. And all of this will be connected to the stability that this love brings into your life. There will be moments when you realize that this connection is not only about happiness, but also about growth, because it will challenge you in gentle ways, encouraging you to become better, to heal deeper, and to let go of the things that no longer serve your life. This growth will not feel forced or painful. It will feel natural, like something you are ready for, and something that is helping you step into a stronger version of yourself. The person walking into your life will not be perfect, and neither are you. Yet what will make this connection powerful is the willingness to understand, to support, and to move forward together without allowing small imperfections to create distance or division. You will learn that real love is not about perfection. It is about commitment, patience, and the ability to grow together through every season. There will be a deep sense of gratitude that begins to fill your heart as you experience this connection, because you will see how different it is from what you have known before, and you will understand that what you once thought was love was only a preparation for something much greater. This realization will not bring regret, it will bring peace, because it will show you that everything had a purpose, even the moments that were difficult to understand at the time. This love will not rush ahead of you, it will walk with you, step by step, allowing you to experience each moment fully without fear of losing what is being built, and that patience will become one of its greatest strengths. You will not feel like you have to hold on tightly, because you will know that what is meant for you is not something that can be easily taken away. There will also be a sense of joy that feels pure and unforced, moments where you find yourself smiling without reason, feeling light without effort, and appreciating the simplicity of what is being shared between you. And those moments will remind you that love does not need to be complicated to be real. It can be gentle, steady, and quietly powerful all at the same time. God is at the center of this story, even in the moments where you do not see Him clearly, because He is guiding both of you, shaping both of you, and bringing everything together in a way that reflects His care and His intention for your lives. This is why this love feels different, because it is not built only on emotion, it is built on something deeper, something that carries purpose and direction. You are being invited into a new chapter of your life, one where your heart feels safe, your spirit feels supported, and your path feels guided. And this chapter will not only bring love into your life, it will also bring a renewed sense of who you are and what you are meant to become. You will begin to see yourself through a different lens, one that reflects the truth of your worth rather than the doubts you once carried. Everything is unfolding with a quiet certainty that cannot be rushed or delayed, and even when you do not understand every detail, you can trust that what is happening is leading you towards something that will bring both peace and fulfillment into your life. This is not a temporary moment, it is the beginning of something that will continue to grow and deepen as time goes on. A newly revealed 7-second brainwave method, backed by neuroscience and once hidden in classified documents, is helping thousands activate their brain's wealth setting. People refer to it as the money magnet sound because of how quickly it appears to attract abundance. Click the link in the description and comments below to awaken the prosperity already within you. This confidence is not loud or proud. It is quiet and steady, and it is rooted in the understanding that you are no longer chasing something that is not meant for you, because what is meant for you is now moving toward you with a certainty that cannot be stopped or delayed. You will begin to feel less need to question every detail, because your heart will start to trust what it senses, and that trust will guide you into moments that feel aligned, natural, and filled with a kind of peace that does not need explanation. There will be a soft unfolding of truth between you and this person, a gradual opening that allows both of you to share your real selves without fear of being misunderstood. And this openness will create a connection that feels honest and grounded rather than overwhelming or uncertain. You will notice that conversations feel meaningful, that silence feels comfortable, and that presence alone carries a sense of reassurance that words cannot fully describe. Type 88 if you receive this peace. This love will not be something you have to prove or constantly protect, because it will stand on its own strength, and it will grow naturally as both of you continue to show up with sincerity, patience, and a willingness to understand each other beyond surface-level interactions. There will be a deep respect that forms between you, one that values honesty, supports growth, and encourages both of you to become stronger without losing your individuality or your sense of purpose. You will also begin to see how this connection gently heals parts of you that you may not have even realized were still carrying pain, because the presence of real understanding has a way of bringing light into places that once felt hidden or guarded. This healing will not feel forced. It will happen naturally through moments of care, through consistent actions, and through the quiet assurance that you are safe to be fully yourself without fear of rejection. Type 77 to accept this blessing. As time moves forward, there will be a deepening of this bond that feels steady and secure, not rushed or unpredictable, and that steadiness will become one of the most beautiful parts of this love, because it will allow you to relax into it without the fear that it might suddenly disappear. You will learn that real love does not create anxiety, it brings peace, and it does not leave you guessing. It brings clarity and reassurance in ways that feel natural and comforting. There will be shared moments that feel simple yet meaningful, moments where you realize that being together does not need to be complicated to be fulfilling, and those moments will become the foundation of something that continues to grow stronger with time. You will begin to appreciate the small things, the quiet laughter, the gentle support, and the steady presence that reminds you that you are not alone in your journey anymore. This connection will also begin to reflect in the way you carry yourself, because you will start to move with more confidence, speak with more clarity, and feel more grounded in who you are. And that change will not come from outside approval. It will come from the understanding that you are valued, seen, and appreciated in a way that aligns with your true worth.